wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, Diarra Kilpatrick. Welcome.
Hey, girl.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thank y'all for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of you. You wrote this. You produced this as well, right?
Yeah, EP, wrote, starred, did all the jobs.
That's amazing. I love that. Because that's
Naming the
good
title?
for Black women. Yeah, naming the title. And you are from Detroit.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But how much of the show was shot in Detroit? Because you got shows like Martin that was shot in Detroit and other.
Yeah, Martin wasn't shot in Detroit either.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Uh-huh.
It was based in Detroit, but not shot in Detroit.
Based, okay.
Yeah.
It was LA. I think it was LA.
Yeah, I
shot
think
in
it was
LA?
LA on the
Okay.
side. Yeah. So the show was not shot in Detroit,
Okay.
but they used to have a tax incentive in Michigan, which they don't have anymore. And New Jersey has a tax incentive, so that's where we shot. But we got a lot of B-roll and stuff, and we just tried to infuse the show with as much Detroit as we could. So I'm from Detroit. Claudia Logan, who plays Moni, is from Detroit. Musicians, we have, Cash Doll and Bev Love and Paris Noel and Vezo and all these people. We just tried to put as much of that as we could in.
Just
We
tried
just
out
had
for the
Skilla
show.
Baby here.
Skilla Baby just
Yeah,
left.
Skilla Baby was just here,
Just tried out for the show.
And I didn't
You
get it.
did?
You tried out for the road Diarra.
No, I didn't.
Well, that explains it. That explains it.
That explains it a little bit.
Anyway,
I did not try for you.
that's hysterical. But I don't think I saw your tape because I remember you were on Rail Show and I thought you were very good.
Thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
said that you seen a tape and was like, nah, not
I
it.
said not.
I did
no.
not say
what
that.
part did you audition
These
for?
niggas be lying, okay?
I
don't even remember what part, but I did audition for Diarra from Detroit, the actual show. And I wanted to, I wanted to be on it or whatever. My agent said, it's like, yo, send a self-tape. And I just didn't get it. I was like, I ain't watching shit. But then I started watching.
No, I'm like that too. I'm like that too.
Yeah.
If it's something that I auditioned for and I didn't get some, and I really wanted it, it could be hard for me.
But the story was so good. So I was like, I'm going to watch it.
Oh, thank you. Well, Nick, there's always season 2.
Yeah, there is.
And who would you be if you were from Detroit? Who do you think you would be?
That's hard. That's hard because I ain't from there, so I can't even imagine. But you gotta put that in place. For me.
I have to.
You know what I mean? That I'm down to audition or whatever.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Because you're a little young to be one of my friends.
I know.
So maybe
but
it's like
what?
maybe that's what it is. We had to
I'm
find.
just saying, I'm like, you, how old are
You see
you?
try to play you?
I know, but no, in the show.
I never want to say because Hollywood has no imagination, but I'm older than you, for
Jess
sure.
is 32.
I'm 32.
Okay.
She said, like I said.
Like I
I
said.
thought y'all were on the same age. That's why I was like,
just
Yeah,
like,
maybe we are. Look, in the mind of God,
good.
there is no time.
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
Period.
So we're all the same age.
So you ain't got that.
A random question before we get into who you are. Are you related to Kwame by any chance?
Yes, Kwame is my brother.
Oh.
How the
You
fuck
didn't know
I
that?
know that? No,
Oh, yes, that's my big brother.
I'm an idiot. Okay.
Oh.
Got
We're
you.
the same dad.
Okay. Dope.
Yep.
Where?
Now, for
Yes.
people, now, I always say this. Tell them about the show. What is the show about?
So the show is it's a real fun way into a private investigator
crazy.
show. It's crazy. It's from my mind. But I play Diarra Bricklin. She's a school teacher. She's having a rough time. She's going through an emotional divorce. She's divorcing Morris Chestnut, a character played by Morris Chestnut.
Does she look like Morris Chestnut?
No, that's what I was gonna ask.
Let's find it right now.
What
Because you
is
work with Morris
happening?
Chestnut.
And I've seen
No.
Morris Chestnut up close and
Look at
personal.
him close up.
Even looking at him from far, he don't look like him.
Nowhere near.
What is going on? Because a lot of people have been commenting under stuff like, "Oh, I
Don't
see
tell
you
them
got
that.
Charlamagne in here." What is that about?
People got good taste, man.
They're just
I don't know
being,
what to tell
they're
you.
bots saying that he pays them to go on and say
I
that.
don't do that.
So do you see it? Is that your thing where you're like,
Well, listen, I know I'm 90s rom-com fine. So being that I know I'm 90s rom-com fine, it don't ever insult me when they say I look like Morris or Morris look like me, you know.
but who is they? Like who's this?
Who is that?
Right.
Who is that?
Who is saying this? I just am curious, and then I'm gonna give you my take on it.
Just people. I don't know.
Just people out here.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
if you're walking down the street, somebody will say, "Is that Morris?"
Or Tay
Chestnut?"
Diggs.
Yeah.
Like, who's that?
Never Tay Diggs.
More
Tay
like
Diggs
DMX.
really don't get confused for us.
Okay, let me be very honest. Looking at you in person and
Please be
seeing
truthful.
Morris in person and loving him the way that I do, I can see it. I honestly feel like.
Another phony
Hold on,
person.
let me. No.
Could you let her cook,
No.
please?
Let me start.
Let her cook, queen.
Let me start with this. Morris is one of those people that's going to be fine till the day he dies.
Yes.
He's a beautiful creature, inside and out. It penetrates out from him. It's obnoxious, actually.
Accurately.
He gets on my nerves with that. He's not aging, the whole thing. So he is in a class over here to himself,
Got
right?
you.
However,
Oh boy.
I could see you being, not Morris Chestnut, but Boris
Right.
Chestnut or
Or
Lawrence Chestnut.
You
Like,
wanna-
I could certainly see that y'all are from the same tribe.
Do you want to put on some glasses?
yeah, cause girl, what?
I could
'cause
see.
If there was a family reunion, I could be there. is what
I'm
you're
looking
saying.
at you. I didn't see it until I'm looking you dead in
Okay.
in your face, but your eyes, your nose, your lips, I could see same tribe.
Did you
Okay.
see him before?
Could you stop hating?
Before what?
I don't see the point of this hate. There's
Before
no
I
need
saw
for
him
this.
in person, no, I wouldn't.
No,
That's
no, no.
not.
She means like
years,
7 years ago.
Because Morris
I've seen
Chestnut
Charlamagne.
before and after, beautiful creature, like you said.
Yeah.
But did you see Charlamagne the God before?
What is this hate
I've
for?
known Charlamagne the God since since childhood, right?
Oh my God! So you
guess-
seen him way
You got a
before.
picture?
Yeah.
What is the point
Did
of
you
this
have
hate?
plastic surgery to look like more
Yes.
Chestnut?
Absolutely.
Yes, he did.
That's what we're.
Yes.
That's what
You
we're trying to
did?
put out
No.
there.
Yes.
Allegedly, he just showed up one day like, oh, who's this man? You know what I'm saying?
Don't let them. But I do see it. But back to the show.
Yeah, back to the show.
show.
Who is Diarra Kilpatrick?
Diarra Kilpatrick.
Wait, hold on. I just
Diarra.
want to show you the picture so
Man,
you know what
leave
we're
her-
talking about. No.
Yep.
This
You're
is-
hilarious.
This was the Charlamagne I know.
There's no way Morris anything nuts.
Looks like that. No way in hell.
I'm
Baby.
saying a cousin, y'all. I'm not saying
They're a
like.
cousin.
Let me say.
Continue on, Queen.
Okay, thank you.
Who are you?
So I'm playing this character who's going through this divorce, and she's having a hard time. Her friends are like, "You got to get back out there." And so she gets back out there. She goes on Tinder, meets a guy that she immediately is infatuated with. They have a great connection, and he ghosts her. So it's a womp womp. And then she's feeling like, no, I feel like it was real.
Yeah.
And so my character goes to try to figure out what happened, where he is, and discovers that he might be at the center of a decades old cold case
Crazy.
that needs to be solved. And so now I take all my friends with me, and we got to solve the mystery.
Where did the idea from this show come from? Was it something that happened in Detroit
Yes.
based on a real story?
Yes, there's a true crime aspect to it. I mean, the idea of wanting to play a black female PI has been with me for a long time. I loved my granny. I used to sit up under her and watch Murder, She Wrote and I loved the idea. I felt like, where's the black woman in all of this? We're the ones that know how to solve things. Our intuition's so strong. The way we look at a situation and can figure it out in 2 seconds over a glass of wine, I'm like, we would make dope investigators. Yeah. And I wanted to see that Jessica Fletcher kind of character that was better dressed, with better friends, with funnier friends, and was maybe a little bit hornier. And so that's sort of where the idea came from for that. But then there was a true crime case in Detroit that really affected me when I was a kid. It was a little boy who went missing. I was a kid, and I'm like, damn, kids can go missing? Like, that's not cool, And I listened to all the chatter of the old folks around me, like, I think his mom must have had something to do with this. This is bizarre, how he just disappeared from a mall. And then right before pandemic, this grown man walked into a Detroit police station, and he said, I'm him. I'm this little boy that's gone missing.
I think I heard about that.
Wow.
It was a big story. And for me, I was like, I remembered it instantly. I was refreshing the news, online, trying to see what happened. And finally, they took his DNA, and they discovered that the guy was, in fact, nuts. You know what I mean?
Oh, he wasn't the guy. Oh, he wasn't him.
No, he was
Wow.
not.
Damn.
He was, yeah, and exactly. And it was like a womp womp. And it made me crack up, honestly. I was like, that's so damn Detroit. Like, this dude just decided he was going to wake up, go into the police station, and just talk a bunch of shit. To me, it was a tone that was captured about the city of Detroit where you feel like it's going to be sad or tragic, but a lot of times it just turns out to be funny and people just wilding.
And that sounded like that version sounded like a Tubi movie.
That was
That they need to do that
Detroit
one
is the
on
Tubi capital of the world.
I swear, yes, absolutely. I watch it every day.
You do?
Girl, what?
Plug love?
What?
Plug
Dirty
love.
Oh wow, you're
he played me. He played me 2. He
you're
might play
deep
me
in
again
it.
3.
You've seen more than I have.
everything.
So I really so that little boy stuck with me, and I really wanted to know what would happen if the little boy had been kidnapped or something and he came back. What would his story be? Where would he have been? And so that kind of the show is kind of a fictionalized version of working that out in my
Now,
imagination.
wait a minute. So you was a school teacher,
Yeah, it's a lot.
middle of a divorce,
Yeah,
meet a guy on Tinder,
yeah,
go on a date, have sex with him.
yeah.
He ghosts you.
Yeah.
You realize he's been kidnapped. So you go looking for him.
So now she's a
How the
PI.
hell I got to do with a little boy?
But the sex was amazing.
What you mean? Because I can't really give that away.
Okay.
But it's related to that. It's related to that story. But you got to watch it to
So he's
see how that's
kidnapped as
related.
a grown man.
He's kidnapped as a grown man.
Maybe he just went back home to his family.
Maybe.
Oh my God.
Maybe. You got to check it out because
watch
that
the
happens
show.
out here too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He didn't
Yeah.
get kidnapped. He just went home to his family, man.
Right. Yes,
Oh.
that happens too.
Now, why is it so important for you to highlight Detroit life?
You know, as a writer, it's what I know. It's what I know intimately. I feel like, you know, you brought up my brother. I've been in a lot of different rooms. I'd say, like, I grew up with my mom, who was a single parent. We grew up in Section 8, you know, but then at the same time, you know, my brother was mayor. He was elected just as I was graduating from high school. And so I've been to a lot of really fancy parties, been to a lot of nice things. And so I think there's not that many people who have traveled Detroit extensively as I have. I've been in almost every kind of room you can imagine. So when I was with my grandmother in the hood where she was, you know, storming into the crack house across the street to get her TV back, you know, I've been on that street. And then I've been at a, you know, inauguration or whatever. So I feel like really well placed to talk about the city.
life.
Yeah.
Now you work with Felicia Rashad as well.
Yeah.
How was that?
I love her. You know, it's so funny. She's such a queen. Like, everybody talks about that regality, that air that she has about her. It's so real. We were talking about, it was funny because Keke Palmer was saying, like, she wasn't keeping it real as Claire Huxtable. Like, she was keeping it real. Like, she really is. That's who she is. She just brings such a queenliness to her, to everything she does. And it was a dream come true.
Y'all had her cursing too, huh?
We had her saying all kind of stuff. Yeah, she was talking about how her character claims to have fucked all the original
Temptation.
members of the Temptations.
You know what's so funny? That clip went viral.
Yeah.
And it took a while to realize this wasn't really her talking. I don't know why. The way somebody sent it to me, I'm like, why Felicia talking like this? Talking about her business?
Yeah, well, I asked her because she was like, you know, I knew them. You know, they were my friends. So I asked her, like, how many of them did you sleep with? Did you sleep with any of them? And she was like, Diarra, no.
Why would you ask
that person
What's up with you,
listen,
Detroit?
you guys.
That's Detroit. Now that's Detroit.
Listen, you guys, this is my toxic trait. I ask inappropriate questions. I also like to get down to it. I do not like casual
No small
conversation.
talk.
I don't like small talk.
Pick
so
up
I
your
like
book. It's
to
in
get
front of the laptop.
No,
It's in front
exactly.
of the laptop. There you go.
Available.
Give a copy.
Please,
Yes.
please.
Don't even read them. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna read it, Boris
your copy.
Chestnut. I'm gonna read it.
Boring.
He said,
You're one of
"Thank
my
you."
favorite people. I want you to know that.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
Just
I
met you, but
appreciate
you are
that.
definitely in my
Just because
top
you said
10.
he looked halfway like Morris.
So
that's
what?
fine. See?
But you know what's funny? Same. I was watching you on something recently where you were talking about doing ayahuasca. And I said to my husband, I was like, I think I'm going to do ayahuasca now. And he was like, he's been doing it. My husband's been doing it for a while.
Oh, wow.
So he was like, it took Charlamagne, the God, to get you to do ayahuasca. I've been telling you about this since for 19 years that we've been together.
You've been with him 19 years and never tried it?
Never tried it. I've been I think you have to be ready.
Yeah, I gotta call you. Absolutely.
I've never felt ready. But also I'm very sensitive. I'm just a super sensitive person. And so I had a experience once where he was doing it with some people kind of outside of the house that I was in. And I threw up in the house. So I hadn't drunk it. I don't know if it was the smell. I don't know if it was just the closeness to it, of the proximity to it, but I threw up. So I was like, that's
Wow.
That's a lot. So I wanted to be really, really ready.
My wife and I did it together.
Yeah.
We did it together. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Amazing
I mean, the way that you put it specifically about you felt like you saw yourself without any ego, without any egoic attachment, that sounded attractive to me. So I'll keep you posted on how that goes.
That's what's up.
I can't believe that you let this character sleep with a man one time. After one date.
Yeah. I think
and got digmatized like that. Does that happen in real life?
I think it can. I think when you know, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, you know.
I mean,
you don't know they're going to go missing, but you know.
Yeah.
Like.
I also think the older you get too, you know what you're looking for. Like when you're young, it's different. You're trying things out. But when you're dating older and you know who you really are, I think when you found what you need, it's like it can be pretty instant. You're like, I don't know.
I mean, not enough to go hunting for him.
After
After
one
he
time?
go missing.
Yeah.
Because he could have just ghosted you because he ain't like you.
But you know what? Here's the thing. That's true. And that's what she has to find out. And I think that's the deeper part of the story is that, you know, the character is going through a divorce. She's feeling very insecure. She really needs to get to the bottom of this mystery to know if it is her and she needs to go doing some more self-reflection or if it was really what she thought it was.
Gotcha.
What I find interesting, because, you know, they tell you, whether you're in therapy or just in life, like you should have open communication with your partner. Right?
Yeah.
So your soon-to-be ex-husband,
Morris
Chestnut,
yes, comes
to you and says, hey, he wants to have an
open marriage.
Open marriage.
Yeah.
And you automatically think he's cheating.
Yeah.
And now you want a divorce.
Yeah.
Why would you think he's cheating? He just came to you with what he desires.
Well, the character thinks he's cheating because anybody that's asking for an open marriage, I think she's just feeling like that's fishy. Don't you think out the blue if somebody's like, we haven't agreed upon that hasn't been our thing, and then you're like, ooh, let's try open marriage out of nowhere. That seemed fishy, no?
How long have the characters been together on the show?
They've been married for, I think it's like, it doesn't say in the show, but I think in the writers' room we talked about them being married for like 5 or 6 years.
Oh,
no, that's way
that's
too early.
Yeah, that's too early to be asking.
Hit me with a question like that.
Yeah,
so I get it.
Yeah, but we're excited about the show. We're excited that, you know, we did like a whole round of press, and now there's been like Emmy buzz around the show, which is crazy because we're such an underdog. I mean, that the show is on BET Plus, which, you know, only has a few million subscribers, and some of the shows we're up against have millions and millions of subscribers. And so we're just trying to get the word out for people to watch and support. And I think it's a beautiful thing because, you know, BET has in some ways gotten a bad rap for some of the programming in the industry. Like people love the shows, but a lot of times they're made really quickly, and so we really wanted to craft this show and bring a show to a Black audience that was prestige, that was premium, that could be on any platform. And so we've just been too. And it's a beautiful way into it. So yeah, we're just excited that people are showing us so much love and still finding the show.
I was going to ask that. So is there still a stigma attached with being with BET?
You tell me.
Well, we're not on it anymore because we didn't want the stigma. That wasn't the stigma. It was just some things we didn't like that
we couldn't see eye to eye on
that they were doing. And it was just like, hey, we'd rather just not be a part of it.
You know, it's funny. There's some tweets, and I still call it, we'll always call it Twitter. But there's some tweets where people will say, this show is actually good. Or like, wow, this is actual. Like, it's a lot of actuallys.
And shocked.
And they're shocked. And I'm like, why y'all so shocked? And, you know, I do think that wasn't always the business model. I do think that now, you know, Kenya Barris, who's our EP, when he called and said, I'm going over to BET Studios, he was very clear that they now want to make some prestige programming by Black creators. And they have put, you know, their money where their mouth is in our case. So y'all check it out and tell us if the stigma is still there. But I'm excited to be a part of trying to change it.
Yeah, it just breaks my heart because BET didn't start like that. Like, you know,
right.
I mean, when I think of like Real Husbands of Hollywood and Being Mary Jane, like they had that level of programming at one point. Then they went away from it. And now they have it, but they put it on BET Plus because it's like your show, Deion Cole's show, it's Pat's show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why we don't have more original programming on linear?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why they do that, but BET Plus is shaping up to be a little bit different from linear. And there, like you said, Average Joe, Deion Cole's show, Miss Pat is
so good,
hysterical, created by her and Jordan Cooper. I mean, there's some really great shows on there, and they're for everybody. You know. But it is true. I think of BET. I think of my mom watching like Tyva Smiley at night and Black News and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, there's still room for there to be some meaningful art made
especially with all Tyler programming too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it hard to play a character whose love life is all over the place when you've been married for 19 years?
It's great. I love it so much. Yes, I've been married for 19 years. I don't want drama in my relationship. I don't want to go out on meeting these dudes off of Tinder and that y'all be doing. I don't want to do that. So I like to explore
Why
that.
You don't say that? What
y'all.
You mean? Oh, damn. Yeah. I'm like, damn.
We're all happily married here, right? Yes.
I will be. But I'm
you
in a
will
relationship.
be. I know. I heard. It's so cute.
Thank you.
We were talking about that today. Your cute little photo shoots.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I like to have all that fun on the show and not in my actual life.
Don't it feel good? You can just go home and not be like, you know, you can leave that there.
Yes.
And then go home and then talk shit about it with your husband.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Exactly. I do not want to be out in these streets at all.
Yeah.
So
You ain't missing nothing. There ain't nothing out here. I say that all the time too. I'm so glad I don't have to be in these streets.
yeah, it's no fun out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm good. Yeah. Well,
At this point, you don't know if people want you for you or you because they see you on this BET Plus show.
I don't know if anybody's trying to come up. I don't know. I just am very happy. I met my husband in college, and he worked on the show as well. And so we have a great working relationship. We have a great marriage. We have a beautiful little boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. My husband is white, and I never.
Wow.
I know.
Dr. Umar just
I never. Oh shit!
popped
Somewhere.
into the chat. Dr. Umar just popped into the chat.
Hysterical.
Where's he from?
He's from the Bay.
Okay.
Let me just say, something different happened to the white people in the Bay. They're just,
What?
they're just,
Okay.
I mean, they're just cool. They're just better.
Yeah.
They're just better. But I definitely grew up in like a Black nationalist, Pan-African, very, very Black household.
Dr. Umar don't want to hear it.
He don't wanna
shaking his
hear
head.
it.
You see him? He's looking at you right over there.
Well, my
all
dad
judgmental.
my dad is probably right with him, So I just think it's funny. Like the universe is hysterical, and the universe kind of sends you whatever you need to grow. They say, anybody you hate will wind up in your family. And I think that's
Brought him home for Thanksgiving.
I
and
brought him
Christmas.
home. I said, guess what, y'all?
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Universe wants us to grow. The first time he came, I did try to play that Guess Who. I tried to play Guess Who.
Jesus.
My dad was not amused.
How did your family take him when you first time you brought him?
I think it's always the sex of the parent that's your partner that gets more upset. Like your dad wants you to bring home a man like him.
It's another series too, by the way. This is another series.
I know. And your
Diarra
mom
brings home a white man, but that's another series.
maybe. Well, I tried to sell that one to Showtime. That one didn't go.
Like, how dare you take that to BET?
Yeah, they said, take your black ass.
Hey,
They
yo.
sure did. But he was. I think it was a trip for him. My dad was a Black nationalist, Pan-African preacher for many years, and I think my mother just wanted me to be loved well and wanted me to be happy. I think Black women are coming around to that much faster. They're like, "Are you happy? Does he treat you well?" And she kind of was good. But over time, our wedding speech was my dad's wedding speech was all about how he didn't speak to a white person until he was 40.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
But everybody's grown, and Miles is who I fell in love with and who loves me back so much that it's just, everybody's had to get over it.
I know that's right.
That's what it is.
So he ain't never be like, I don't think this gonna work. Like your dad don't like me. He never got intimidated.
My
by that.
husband, no, Miles is so down for the Diarra Kilpatrick.
Yeah.
No. He said that my dad didn't really refer to him as Miles for like the first 10 years. He called him that guy, but
That guy.
I think it
10
was
years.
more 5 years.
Yeah.
I think it was more 5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. We're good. We work well together, and he's definitely my favorite white person. And it's helped me.
Nice.
More than Eminem, and you from Detroit.
Eminem's number 2.
You stupid.
Yes.
You stupid.
How's your mother-in-law's cooking?
You know what? I lucked out. She could cook better than I can. She can actually cook. She's from the South, and she makes greens and cornbread, and she's
With what? Like, what does she make her greens with? Like the meat.
She puts bacon in it. And to be honest, I actually would prefer turkey bacon or no bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Well, she puts pork bacon in it.
She puts pork in it.
Okay.
She says she has to make it with the pork too, because I've asked her. But no, she's not bad. She's not bad at all.
I know that's right.
Yeah, they cook better than I do.
Okay.
You almost had us, D. We was gonna watch the show. You had a lot of people until
Stop it. You're from Detroit.
Fumbled at the 1 yard line.
right now.
No,
We appreciate you. Stop it.
Yo.
I'm just messing
And how do you
with
say
you.
your name right? I want to make sure I'm
Charlamagne.
saying it's Diarra, right?
wait. It's DR. Wait. I want to know about this. Are black men really still mad about black women marrying white men? I really don't feel like y'all care.
My man is not all black.
You know what? Ask this. Ask Charlamagne. Charlamagne has some daughters.
Yeah.
Ask Charlamagne.
This is a great question.
Yeah, you ask him.
How would
You go from there. Go.
Do they have white boyfriends?
No, my oldest is 15, about to be 16, and I have an 8-year-old, 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old.
Okay, so if the 18-year-old came home with a white boy, what you saying to her?
I wouldn't like that.
What would you say to her?
I wouldn't say anything, but to your point, what you said about your dad, I want to see my daughter bring home somebody who looks like me, because I like black love. I'm not against interracial relationships in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I just like black love. I like seeing black men with black women having black kids. That's just my personal preference.
But his daughter is around a lot of whites.
But I was gonna say, what school does she go to?
Okay.
Huh?
What school she go to?
No, she's still in high school.
Yeah, she's still in high school.
Right, but does she go to a
white.
black school or a white school or
Oh no,
mixed?
it's definitely predominantly white. Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's the hard part. Is I think I met my husband at NYU. I thought there would be black men there.
Mm-hmm.
There really weren't. Donald Glover was there. I can't believe we never made out or nothing. I don't know where Donald Glover was when I was at NYU.
You never made out with Donald Glover?
I mean, we were at NYU at the same
I'm
time.
saying, like, that's something that you thought.
Feel like he was
Well,
black.
he wasn't looking for you either, man.
Hell no.
And there is my point.
Yeah, he wasn't looking. Dr. Umar's not too pleased with him either.
Hell no.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Is that there weren't a lot of black dudes there.
Yeah.
A lot of Asian and a lot of white
A lot
kids.
of the ones that were queer, who we love, but
Right.
what you gonna do with that? And then a lot of the black dudes that were there
Were white.
were looking. They were breaking their necks, looking as soon as they got off the plane to look for white women and Asian women and everything else. So I feel like black dudes would be like, yes, go marry who makes you happy, because we didn't pick you.
Yeah, I think everybody should do that. I think you should marry who makes you happy. You just ask me what I what I like to see. I like to see black men with black women. And black women with black men. I like to see beautiful black families. Not saying all families can't be beautiful. They can.
Of course.
You asked me what I like.
Ooh, I can't wait. I want to have this conversation again when she gets
Girl,
to college.
what?
Where's she going to school?
Wait for his daughter to be like,
You better pray for Howard.
this is Billy.
You better pray for Howard.
Because if she going Ivy, you might be in trouble.
I don't know. Like I'm not. It's not a thing where I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I'm so upset and disappointed. But I'll be like, damn.
He'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm so."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll be like, damn.
I think, but to be honest, I think that's natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have a mixed son. I consider him to be black because he came out of me. But we were at not Disneyland, Universal. And this little white girl was obsessed, following him around, and he just kind of wasn't giving her no love. And something in me was like, yes. And that's crazy. It's hypocritical. I get it.
It's not, because it's so many other cultures that do that. Like there's plenty. Asian people want Asian people to be with Asian people.
Yeah.
Indian people.
Indian people.
Latino.
Dominicans want Dominicans to be with Dominicans, like that. But when we say it, it's like, oh wow, how dare I say that?
I think it's anybody that has a beautiful culture. When you have a beautiful culture, you want to see it continue to multiply. And so I get that. But for me, black love for me starts with loving myself. And making sure that who I'm with treats me well and loves me the way I deserve to be loved. And so that's my black love. And I'm also rooting for the black love that's thriving out there. And also depicting it in the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, salute to Mark. I'm glad you and Mark.
It's Miles.
Miles. I'm sorry. Salute to
Miles, no why.
Miles.
Well,
Yeah.
Diarra, we
Did you think that was his
appreciate
real
you
name when you first met him? You thought he was just trying to be cool with you?
I thought he was trying to be cool. He was
8 Mile,
always
like,
he was playing the guitar,
really?
saying his name was Miles, but no, his parents did actually name him after Miles Davis.
Wow.
Damn. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least we know now it's some cooler whites in the Bay. So
They're
that's good.
they're much better.
Different,
I'm trying
yeah.
to tell y'all. Check them out.
Hold on, much better than what? Now
Check
be
'em
clear
out.
on that. 'Cause
No,
they'll
I'm
have
not.
you on the internet talking
Nope.
about much better than what? Black men?
No.
And then the other whites. Then you got the other whites from other places.
No.
Like, what do you mean?
No. Not much better than blacks. Much better than the others.
The others.
Yeah.
So the Mexicans.
No,
First of all,
stop
What?
it.
don't play.
Stop it.
No, because my boyfriend is Mexican and black.
Stop
Don't
it.
play one like that.
Stop it.
I thought you came on here because you wanted people to watch the
I
show.
want people to watch the show.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's why
Listen,
you can't
it's
come
a
up here
black.
with him, yo.
Listen. Okay, who do you look like, Morris? Let me see. Let me look
now
again.
it changes. Now
Everybody
it
watch
changes.
Diarra from
That
Detroit.
changes.
Let me look again.
Diarra
Diarra.
from Detroit,
Yeah.
streaming on BET Plus right now.
It's
Yeah.
Diarra
You
Kilpatrick.
gonna watch
Thank you
it.
so much.
Thank you so
I'm
much
sorry
for
you had to
having
deal
me.
with fake Morris over there. Boris, Chorus, whatever you want to call him over there.
Bokeem Woodbine.
Boris.
That's what we
Woodbine.
look like.
Boris, we'll see him in 10 years giving away his daughter to
Why are you speaking that
I'm
over
sorry,
me?
I'm sorry.
Why are you speaking that
to
over
a
me?
damn Steve.
Why are you speaking that
Yeah.
over me? Let me call Dr. Umar to say a prayer.
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah.
please, please,
goodness. Diarra
let's bow our
Kilpatrick.
heads and pray.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.